session for today.
Yeah, there's still a little fallout from this, but yeah. First of all, I want to track down. I know I want to track down Joker because I don't know if he said everything, and also if they're smart, they're gonna bug out. But the important thing is we got rid of the farm. So, all right.
Well, first thing to do is the debrief question.
Oh my god, that was awesome!
Wow,
that was kind of brutal. I
This
have
close to death.
personally a problem with my character right now, where I'm like, am I good at anything?
If you had not rallied us and also taken a couple pot shots on those guys, we would be in much worse shape.
Yeah. But I definitely feel like more of a jack of trades between a few things than like actually where I probably want to be with this character with those kind of options.
Well, we can level
like,
up.
I need to get better, essentially.
Right.
I need more points.
Definitely need to
Leadership
push harder into long range support.
Yeah, that was a great long. I mean, we're low level characters, but one thing I always like to emphasize with people is they forget how powerful the rally is, and the fact that we have good ralliers. I mean, I know Quentin wasn't doing a lot of rallying, but yeah.
But
the
I was
fact
also
that
doing most of the fighting in certain situations.
right, you sometimes people confuse like, hey, wasn't it awesome when Bone went and shot 12 guys in a room? Yes, but also being able to just take one guy out and to hold a doorway and to strategic. I like the fact that we had a variety of different combats, and I think everybody participated. Thank you again for the rallying. Thank God some of you took rallying skills.
I know. I like kind of doing a little bit of support.
I accidentally did
very
that.
viable option in this game.
I never intended to be a rallying person, but I'm really set up to do it because I'm human.
Well, that's good, because now we can have like combats that are separated a bit. You rally your side, I rally mine if necessary.
Yeah, but I also intended to just mostly be able to get information and build a team, because I'm planning to build a team rather than a single.
I'm sad my conversation to start this all off started off by failing. This could have gone 180 degrees.
Well, listen, the number one thing you need to do when you're talking to someone and you fail, or you feel like you're going to fail, is realize you don't automatically hit the worst fail state. You hit a level of failing in which they're alerted to you and they're like, hey, get the hell out of here. And then all you have to say is, well, yeah, we were just messing around and like doing stuff. And you can try to get out of it. You don't immediately have to say, oh shit, we're trying to kill you and get these prisoners because fuck you, you're playing people.
Well, my hope there actually was that at least some people there were in fact still human and that they would reveal themselves somehow.
Yeah.
But that turned out to be, they're actually just all entirely more fear period. And, well, there goes the gamble on that one.
I appreciate that you looked into that, because my evidence said there wasn't anyone here who was human, but someone might have been. And I appreciate you second-guessed me on that. Because I also don't want to be, a total bastard. But it did turn out that everybody here... I think the host is doing a good job of showing off that, like, these guys do want to survive. They are sentient beings who want to live just like us. The fact that this necessitates that they have to, eat people's brains. Well, actually, it doesn't necessitate. They don't have to eat people's brains. They're just making more people anyway because they feel like it. Bunch of weirdos.
Well, they want to, solidify themselves as an actual community.
It is going to be an interesting conclusion to this, too. What do you tell your bosses about this scenario?
Oh, I'm definitely invoking Scorched Earth because this doesn't match anything we described. And I'm going to tell my bosses this place is kind of a loss. But I'm also curious what Joker was up to, because either Joker is the idiot that he looks like and they spared him because he was too inobservant to notice, or he knew more than he did. I think he might have been an idiot, but I don't know. But I do know that I think
that he's been hiding behind some sort of clever ruse.
And it might be that Czar, I forgot, they have to have masterminds too. I keep forgetting they are social beings. Losing Czar might actually make them lose their resolve. But output was already falling off, and I already know why it was falling off. Because they're not growing these people to harvest their buds for drugs. They're growing these people to grow more people, and that's why it fell off. So... No, my bosses are probably going to write this place off, and they might be mad at me. I don't know, but I'm telling, this is what we're doing.
I mean, what you could do is say, hey, you know what? I did get some contacts out of this, such as, I'm building a mercenary corps. You could evoke business through me.
Oh, actually,
You
I
can
already
also-
planned. I already planned to build my own mercenary corps.
You can also You can also betray Mithrin and give the princess as ransom.
Hey, wouldn't you know it? I have use of a mercenary corps in the
Yeah.
future, probably.
Oh, I like the way you. I like the cut of your. I like the way you murder. people.
I like the way how I didn't die.
Insane
Good job, buddy.
player plan, though, the kind that I tend to go with, is if we had talked to the Morpheer enough, got them on our side, and negotiated with them, and we had enough time to talk to Epicene and see if she was receptive to my message or not. If she wasn't, we could have negotiated her into being a Morpheer, and then the Morpheer have this high-ranking aristocrat to go destroy the racks for me.
Well, that's not totally outside the pale because
It's not, but it is just a 20-step player plan that I come up with occasionally, where
Well,
it's this is on the opposite end of things that happen.
I'm going to have to
This is
talk to you
true.
about this. This is an interesting idea because we don't necessarily have to kill the Morpheer if we can use them to our advantage. I was thinking when I came in there, they were just waiting for a moment. And my suspicions that they were, I would be more inclined to believe that the Morpheer might have been here, passively to just kind of grow their own society if they didn't have a mob of 12 paramilitary guys with guns ready to deploy at a moment's notice.
Well, to be fair, that means that your facility initially had 12 paramilitary ready to deploy at a moment's notice before.
Yeah, I mean, they did murder the original guys who were here.
The thing about that is even if they did murder everyone, it would still be almost better because they'd be willing to legitimately bunker down and protect their society around the ideal that they're getting a really heavy inflow of resources from your group, because all they have to do is legitimately do what they want to do.
We could negotiate with them after this. Because we don't have to destroy the place.
Yeah, well, our idea, I think, right now was, we are just leaving and going away and letting whatever happen here. And honestly, maybe after this, maybe a little time to cool would be good before reinitiating contact.
Hey, it's a good thing you still have that radio.
Yeah, we're gonna have to track down Joker, because I'm assuming he went to ground. So if we want to call it off, and that's something to think about. But yeah, no, I also like the fact that I felt like this. One thing I personally enjoy about Myriad Song is I felt like this could have gone south. I felt like we could have lost. So I'm glad we didn't.
That took a lot to throw at us to get it to the point where, yeah, we might lose this.
I was just hoping that I was going to get that critical kill.
That might be because we have, 2 combat-focused... No, we have 3 combat-focused characters, let's be honest.
Yeah, well...
Maybe it's not a focus of Levi, but he's good at it.
He's great at close combat and completely shutting down a room.
I'm pretty good at shutting down a room, but I don't dish a lot of damage. As you can see, one thing I like about the brawling rules in the game is it is possible to hurt someone, but you will get a lot of, love taps. You will get a lot of, light slaps.
Yeah, and honestly, controlling their state of reeling and afraid is more important than getting that damage in.
This is one thing I really like about the game system is controlling that you move in and you control people, not just by reducing their hit points, but by reeling and panic are 2 of my favorite mechanics.
I believe that in my position as I'm playing, having some support items would be very useful. What's the flavor of flash grenades or grenades in general, bombs?
They have we have flash grenades. There's distraction devices. There's also EMP grenades that fuck up cyborgs.
Mm-hmm.
There's explosive grenades that fuck up people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole demolitions track. Like if you just want to be a explosives guy.
No, it's not exactly that. I want tactical devices, such as a noise distracting. Been really useful to run off, put on the west side, and started making noise coming from different areas.
Yeah, we could get something like that.
Or something that would have been easy to set off early on and have distractions earlier.
EMP grenades would be really nice. Disabling some of the electronics would be really nice.
Oh yeah, definitely something I would like to be able to. Since it seems a lot of the doors are electrical rather than mechanical, it would be nice to be able to shut down doors.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
are
I do
EMP
have like my allies towards that end, but we intentionally didn't bring them in.
Yeah,
But it's one of those things where it's like this fight would have gone like 70% better if we were able to shut this door and hold it down.
yeah. I think we should definitely invest in EMP, and thermite might also be nice too.
I think we should just attach a hacking device directly to Mr. Bone.
Problem with Mr. Bone being a hacker is hacking's covered by academics, and
He's
doesn't
not
seem
an
like that,
intelligence-based character.
What if we just put a really small robot in my pocket and I pull it out when I door close?
we could also replace your brain with a cybernetic brain.
I don't want to. I'm a human. I can't do that. I have my principles.
That's why the one of the I don't want to do too many spoilers. For one of the demo adventures is, oh yeah, we replaced the guy's human brain with a cybernetic brain. That's barbaric. Oh no, he's much better now. I mean, like everybody likes him a lot more now.
I have principles. Human spirit's better than just being able to close a damn door.
Yep. So I had fun.
All right. That sounds like one experience for everybody for the debrief.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, now go through mottos. Mithrin?
Down with our oppressors.
Sure. I mean,
Well, they were
we
keeping
do-
people captive
We
for
do have the
some
princess.
reason.
Yeah, we do have the princess in there, and you did shoot some of your oppressors.
yep, so that's one experience. Quentin?
Fortune favors the bold. Hey, I didn't die, and I was being pretty bold holding down positions and whatnot.
All right, that's one experience. Levi?
Hey, I'm sure we can come to an arrangement. I don't want to kill you. You don't want to die.
You came to an arrangement. That's one
Well,
experience.
After a lot of killing.
It's not that I enjoy killing.
Did anybody accomplish any goals?
Well, we resolved the Morpheus situation,
Does
and
this
I
count-
rescued Epicene.
Yep. Does this count as resolving the Morpheus situation?
Resolving, I think, is the problem word in there. I don't
Right,
think you've
so-
resolved the Morpheus situation.
And I don't think I've finished my business on Hickston yet.
I think
No.
finding Joanna Stark was one of my missions.
Specifically, we went out and said that you would probably have to report back and all that stuff, so your business on Hickston is still unresolved.
That's fine. But we did rescue his princess.
That we did.
Alright.
Which means you get a gift for that.
How would you feel about Watchful Leader?
What's Watchful Leader do?
Sorry, I had it up, but I was looking at something else. I think that's the one where if you rally... I'll read it to you. Watchful Leader is a action gift. Or a tap action, rather. Is it not your turn? Did someone just attack an ally that you successfully rallied the last turn? Exhaust this gift, then interrupt the attacker. Play out any one attack against the would-be attacker. They defend normally.
In other words, if you rally a friend, then
And I'm defending them. I like that.
You're rallying a friend. You can choose to defend for them.
Watchful Leader?
Yes.
Pretty good.
I'll
But then
take it.
it means you have to keep track of who you successfully rallied.
I can do that.
Right.
I'm pretty sure one of my missions was to find Joanna, but I can't remember if it was to find or recruit her, and I don't have it written down. It seems.
It's alright, I have all of everybody's everything written down. Let's see here. Quentin, LMNOP. Quentin. So many notepads. Build a competent mercenary group is the gift I have listed for you.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
If you remember... Oh, actually, no, remember, I remember now. Johanna Stark was the first step towards building that mercenary group. You have a long-term
Okay.
goal. That's just the first step of a long-term goal.
Because I remember I was doing something with the long-term goal with that, and I knew it was the competent force, but I didn't know if this counted as a sub-goal or just as part of that.
No,
goal.
you didn't have find Johanna Stark. You had build a mercenary corp. Or build a competent mercenary corp, so you're recruiting people.
Alright, well, it would be Nice to get some more goals going. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, you're on the same goal train as everybody else. Like, resolve the Morpheus situation. You just haven't resolved it yet. They're still out there doing their thing. Any other goals anybody thinks they may have accomplished? No? Okay. I think that is everything, unless I've forgotten something.
Nope, that means I've only got 4 XP.
Yay, 4 XP.
Hey, you could get a skill.
Well, gotta remember, this is
Yeah.
only session 2.
Yep, I think I'm still pretty good, though.
I kind of find the whole, like, speed of it is, like, kind of really slow in the immediate. But, like, in the early, it still goes pretty quickly.
I'm
Like,
having fun.
in the first 5 sessions, you're most likely going to get something, but in the first 3, you're very unlikely unless you just want to skill boost.
Well, it's also unusual that we picked long-term goals because we're veteran gamers. Like usually I refer to the first goal as a gimme goal, but I deliberately made my first goal finish my business at Pixton. I could have easily made my gimme goal go on an adventure or, party up with people or defeat someone.
But that's no fun.
Well, I know it's weird because I know people say that's no fun, but I also encourage folks to do that if you want to level up faster because it's like if there's stuff you want. And the reason why one big reason why that's in the game is because we wanted people to play the game once before they, felt like they had to give all their gifts.
Yeah, but I feel like if you have like an immediate thing, you exactly want the character to do, and no matter what, it's like the main purpose of the character. It just feels all the better once you get to it. It's going to be much bigger of a payoff because of how much time you've developed into one goal.
Oh, I agree. I mean, yeah. So I know this game, and I feel like my character is pretty competent. I feel like there are areas I want to improve, but I also feel like that's part of the experience that I should be feeling like there's more stuff I want to get because I think I really need. If I'm going to take the lead like this, I'm going to really need veteran. But there's other things I want too. So it's something to think about.
In fact, I think competent isn't the correct word I want to use for this goal, but more or less it'd just be like I don't know, because mythic would be way too long. That would be forever. Legendary is way too long, and like I can't think of any other like adjective to make it better other than competent.
Advancement is something I'm gonna have to think about here. Like so far, the most I have is like I'm gonna get a better leader and then like develop psychic powers, I suppose. Whereas like Ironclaw, I have like a whole list of spells to work out with.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of there's trees in this game to build up on. Like, if you want to be one of the Zen harmonic, there's a whole Zen harmonic track. There's a whole brawling track. I only have 2 of the things in the brawling track. There's each alien has their own track. There's an Elver track, so I could buy more Elver powers.
Those are cool. I kind of wish I took another race now to take some of those.
Is there
my hero's not used.